Welcome back to the Turnaround Team podcast where we discuss everything turnaround. Today's sponsor is Turnaround Specialty Group. They are the leading service provider of specialized turnaround services including API inspections and refractory testing. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and of course, turnaroundspecialtygroup.com. Today our guest is Turnaround Specialty Group's very own Tom Gull, or better known as Peanut. He is the OG in the industry, and he has 40 years of experience, and he's here today to talk about that 40 years of experience in refractory. So Tom, 40 years of squirting dirt, that's a long time, man. How did you get started?
Well, actually, I started off on a turnaround. I just fresh out of back from the army, and I went out looking for a job, and I ended up running the gun. And ever since then, I've been after it.
You just couldn't get away.
Check. Huh?
He just couldn't get away.
No, I still can't get away.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But anyway, I started off running the gun. I had to join the union, work my way up. Took years. Back then, somebody had to die or quit to move up, and people were just waiting for them to die or move up.
Wow.
So they could climb the ladder,
And refractory hands were just that scarce?
Yeah, I mean, it takes years. Back then, it took years to learn the trade. I mean, it took, got into laying brick. Slowly I learned, and I worked my way up to being like superintendent. And from there, I went into just a lot of running work. All these old companies I used to work for, they ain't there no more. And it's just amazing how things have changed.
So where did you get the name Peanut?
Well, I got it because instead of chewing tobacco, I chewed sunflower seeds. I always had sunflower seeds, and everybody started calling me Peanut, and it just caught on. Man, most people don't even know my real name. They just.
I have heard that.
If you tell them my real name, I don't know who you're talking about.
I had a guy who were doing a demonstration here, like I say, a couple weeks ago, and one of the salesmen came over and go, "Who's that guy right there?" And I'm going, "That's Tom." They go, "Well, I don't know his real name. I only know him as Peanut." I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm going, "Oh no, he prefers to be called Peanut." As a matter of fact, I call him Tom all the time. He looks at me weird. I'm going, "Sorry, Peanut." So now you're with TSG. How long have you been with them?
I've been with them about 1.5 years now. And man, that's the best decision I ever made.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, it's like everybody works with you. It's like being on a team. It's really nice. I work for a lot, like I say, I work for a lot of big companies, and nothing like this because they take care of you.
Oh, over here? Oh, at TSG they do?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the shirt, by the way. This is really nice. It's nice and embroidered. You're going to let me keep this thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Just had to ask. I didn't know if I need to clean it and give it back to you or what.
Yeah.
And so at TSG, you're doing inspection?
Yeah. I do inspections, and I do lab testing.
You do the testing as well?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that? Has it been the whole time you've been with TSG, or?
No, I run the lab for another inspection company, which ain't no longer around, but did that for about 12 years. And I really worked my way up to running the whole lab. And I have a lot of experience. And things have changed. Like I say, everything's changed since I was running that lab. Things are different, materials, have to learn all that stuff all over again, and different criteria to the materials.
So is TSG's lab different than the one you worked at before?
No, basically it's about the same, but I love that double abrasion machine we got set up. Man, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a baby right there.
It's a Cadillac, huh?
Yeah, it's the Cadillac.
So outside of inspection and testing, what other services does TSG offer?
Well, we put on some shows for the refractory companies. They're like demonstrations.
Okay.
We do that. We make molds. We do everything.
Wow, make molds too.
Yeah.
You say everything. What else do y'all do?
Well, like I say, we do whatever. I think we do infrared testing.
Infrared testing.
Infrared out in the oil refineries where you gotta read the shells getting hot.
Oh, okay. So infrared, like imaging.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, that's cool.
Mm,
So since you have so much experience, like you said, first off running the gun, and immediately I had a question. When you say give me one, that's air supply. Now, give me two, that is the material feed. And then of course when it's done you're gonna blow four, which is
Right.
clearing all the hoses in it. Is there a number three?
yeah. Number 3 is to cut the material. Don't give me no more material. It's got lost somewhere down the road because now they just say cut 2 instead of 3. Same
Okay.
thing.
All right. So it was just give me two, and then it was cut 3. Okay.
But when I was coming up, we had 10 signals.
10.
10.
Damn.
And it was done by air whistle. And
An air whistle?
yeah, you had to put it up real high, like on the top of the cat. Run tie wire from the whistle down to your people. If they're way down there at the bottom, you got a lot of tie wire you got to string and make sure it don't get all tangled up.
It's funny when you mention refractory. It's always either tie wire or duct tape that's mentioned in every application. That's the quick fix to everything.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day they used to say the only tool you need to fix a Ford was a hammer. Just beat the hell out of it. Eventually it'll work. It's kind of the same thing.
But that was, and people would, when you blow 10 on that thing, the people in the community would think there was evacuation, so they. So
this was like a train whistle. It wasn't just like a train horn. It wasn't really like a whistle.
It's a whistle.
A whistle like the old school lunch whistle.
Yeah, it goes. Well, I can't make the sound, but anyway, it's a whistle, and it's undefiably. You can't make a mistake on it. It scares people around with all these whistles blowing around these oil refineries.
Makes them nervous.
Makes everybody nervous.
Yeah.
Even the plant gets nervous. What's all that?
Yeah.
They think it's an evacuation warning or something. But that's the only way we had the signal back there. We didn't have radio.
Oh, okay.
And eventually they got radios and cut the whistles out. But
So back in the day, you had less people with ginormous heads walking around with radios.
yeah, you could say that. I can name a couple.
Yeah. That's pretty good. How has the industry changed over your 40 years?
Oh man. Back when I was coming up, we didn't have the safety like they got it now. When I was coming up, we had canvas hoods for sandblasting inside vessels with a canvas hood, and I call them paint masks. That's all you could wear. And you'd cough that silicone sand out, dust out for, days. Man, you'd get it all in your system. And nowadays, they got fresh air, you got all kinds of stuff. I remember sandblasting all the lights that they string out there. they break by sandblasting anyway. So you have to learn how to go off the sparks. That's your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the safety has changed. Have you ever been injured?
Yeah. Twice. One time, I know nowadays it's a no-go, but I was stringing lights for electricians up the top of the cyclone and regenerator. And I got them all strung for them. Everything's good. I don't know why I did it, but I did. Anyway, I guess that's me. Anyway, I was hanging off the horn to one of the cyclones, and my feet like about that much to touch it because I was short anyway.
Right. Okay.
So I let go to grab the sides of it. I caught with this hand, and it swung me against the shell and straight down over it.
Oh wow.
I seen about 4 landings go by. I said, oh shit. And down at the bottom on the grid, they had nipples sticking up about like that all the way. You know, I'd have got scared to death. But luckily, I landed on a board and broke my fall.
Anything else in the break? I mean,
Yeah, I had my shoulder up here. You know,
dislocated your shoulder.
dislocated my shoulder. I went to the doctor, and you know, I was back to work the next day. And the doctor said, well, you can either have a pin put in it, but if it ain't bothering you, I'd leave it alone. I said, well, that don't bother me.
And it's good.
That's good.
And,
don't-
and
I mean, it wasn't back in place, but I still got bones and stuff.
you got a little bit of evidence still.
Yeah,
That's like a scar. You count that as a scar?
yeah, pretty much. And then I got, I fell in a hole in the scaffold. I jammed my knee.
Mm.
Luckily, it was a tight hole. I didn't go on down, but I jammed my knee, and my knee's kind of messed up to this day.
So
But
everything,
that's it.
but everything's good from that injury, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you're fit to work.
yeah. I'd do anything anybody else can do. I might do it a little
A lot.
slower at my age.
Well, you mentioned that you work with a couple of young guys. Is there any change in their work ethic over from when you started till where they're at now?
Well, these young guys, I hate to get into that, but
No, you don't. Don't lie to me, Tom. No, you don't.
the young guys, they like to, they want now. They want their money now. And they're willing to work, but they don't have experience. You know, and they're willing to work and really, you know, bust ass, like we say in the field. And they just want to move up real quick, you know.
Yeah, they'll
And
make
it
their
takes
money.
years of experience.
Yeah, no. When I started installing, I started out making $9 an hour, and that was just basic labor, chipping and mixing. And I did that for 2 years, and then I got a $2 raise. But it took me 2 years. I guess I wasn't really good at it. But that's another reason why I wanted to get out of it. It really wasn't for me. But I could tell by the superintendents, foremans, they always either made me whole watch or something. I just wasn't very good at. I was good at the mixing, but I was not good at shipping. I could not. I mean, I'd give it hell, but I just wasn't very good at it.
I remember I had to chip, I had to do all that stuff when I was coming up.
I definitely was not a riser line chipping kind of person.
I remember using a 90-pound chipping gun. Boom, 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 boom. And only knock out a place about like that in a 12-hour shift.
Wow. Were you messing with the beast? Is that what
Yeah.
you're chipping up?
Yeah, it was a reactor.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. I mean, 12 hours and got no more than that. Why would they want to chip it out? I don't know. I was back then days. God.
So when you started an inspection, did you only worked with one other inspection company, or?
Yeah. I started with that company and I worked 12 years. I run the mobile lab. I run the main lab.
Mobile lab. That's something I haven't heard in a very long time.
Yeah, I I was always the one that had to go on.
Yeah,
Mobile
I've done 2 or 3 of them myself. They suck.
Yeah,
But
it's
I'm glad that's over. I'm glad we don't have that anymore.
me too.
Mobile apps were a pain in
It's
the
so
ass.
much with getting them hooked up, and everybody's scared. The plant's scared because it's got kilns in there. And they don't like the idea. They want to set you way
Yeah,
out.
way out in the laydown yard somewhere.
Yeah, way down.
Way out in BFE.
Yeah,
You're way out there.
and and it's just kind of.
So do you do any traveling as far as the inspection goes, or?
Yeah, I've traveled with this company. I've made a few jobs. I'll tell you one thing. I'm so proud of Jackson. I mean, I'm not going to say a whole lot about that, but I knew Jackson when he worked for me.
Jackson used to work for you.
Yeah,
And where was that? In inspection?
yeah. Yeah, he done a super job. I trained him to take my place because I was going to retire, which I retired for 14 years.
You got back in the game, huh?
Got back in the game. I was surprised Jackson even wanted me, But, hell, he took me right on board.
And everything's been great ever since.
Everything's been great. I love it.
Well, Tom, I appreciate you coming on today. And again, thanks for the shirt.
Hey, no problem.
It's always going to be. It's always an honor to have someone with your experience to come on and.
I just wish I could pass more down to more people because that's getting lost. The older guys are dying, the older people, and it's getting trade's getting kind of lost some ways down the road. And we need more of us old guys to start spreading it out. So these young guys that's coming up to take our place.
Well, you got a couple of them that you're working with. Hopefully,
That's it. I hope.
Hopefully they listen to you.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.